Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're doing well this morning. It appears that there's still some folks out there who believe that they have the authority and the right to sell the vitality of life. They make a good profit, and they are last night I had to listen to them all night long, bring in people and describing things and trying to get the highest bidder. So I'd like to kind of pull a read on that. What's going on with these people making bids on the light and thinking that they can just buy that which God has placed in us. They think they can just buy some from some schmuck pretending to be a lord or whatever. They think they have the right to buy and sell people. And I listen to them all night long, talking about qualities and habits and sensitivities and all of that. So let's get a read on this. Find out how that's going to work out for them. You know I love you. And it is my intention and my expectation that this putrid practice be completely annihilated. And I know that there is someone out there perfectly willing to reclaim the dignified, respectable reputation of the masculine. Reclaim that and completely disintegrate and destroy these mutations who have been experiencing some sort of pleasure and profit off of our light. I woke up, I was all mad. I can't stand mofos who think that they have the privilege, and they don't even have the knowledge of knowing that a simple dog, improves the living circumstances of a person. They have no idea or concept of love in its most simple form. Why these types of individuals are put in charge or elevated above those who have an honorable respect for the life within them and around them, it just blows my mind. So I'd like to see how's this going to fall out for these ones. We got the Seven of Pentacles here in the upright. We'll see what kind of read we get. So yeah, you persevered and you're coming into long-term rewards. The rewards that these ones feel they can buy and sell. So this is your effort. The Most High has delivered a reward to you for persevering and for the work, the shadow work, and all of the other work that you have done to improve self. In the challenge position, yeah. So we've got the Hanged Man reversed. So there's some resistance. There's a lack of control. They still talk like they have it though. And the Sun reversed. They're depressed and they're arrogant. There's no light in them. And yet they're dealing and profiting off of the light in us. In the subconscious, the Devil in the reverse. Releasing limiting beliefs. Restoring control. The Tower reversed. They have a fear of change. They want to delay this disaster. Everything they got going on is collapsing. But they're clinging to this facade of superiority. And we got the Queen of Cups here. Emotionally stable, compassionate, calm. In the recent past, we've got the Three of Swords in the upright. So there's been a divorce, a cutting off, a separation, a betrayal, disloyalty. Somebody's in sorrow. Intention and expectation. Generosity. Six of Pentacles. So in the recent past, there's confusion because somebody has been, what? Cut off. Somebody's been cut off from generosity. So this light is not sharing with them. They've been divorced from it. But somehow they think they're still in charge of it. In the near future, we've got the Five of Swords in the upright. So there is conflict and upheaval over your reward. They want to profit off of your suffering and your overcoming that suffering. And they want to sell that prize to somebody, the highest bidder. The lens is being looked through is the Queen of Wands reversed. Jealousy, selfishness, narrow-mindedness, deceit. In the environment, we've got Judgment. An awakening, a reckoning. Hopes and fears. The Fool, new beginnings, a return to blind faith and trust, an elimination of those who destroy innocence and love and profit off of it. They have nothing inside of them. Why is somebody without love inside of them profiting off of love and light? Why are they in this position? They need to be removed from this position. We've got the Moon in the upright. It's illusion and fear and anxiety. High Priestess. Page of Cups. New love and strength. And the Empress. Solid foundations. And a Six of Wands. Victory and justice. I'm going to pull some of these cards today. Collective energy, please, Spirit, regarding those who lack light and love, who are profiting off of light and love. I had to listen to them all night long, guys. It's just horrid. And, you know, I want to see what's happening with that. What this business, how is that going to handle or turn out for them in the central energy? So we've got perseverance and reward. You persevered through all the shit that they dumped on you throughout your life, all the challenges, all the traumas, all of the addictions that you overcame, everything that you overcame, and you came into a reward. You're stable. You are of service to others. You feel good when you can help others. You're not a selfish POS. And we've got somebody here, the Hangman reverse. There's a fear of sacrifice. They're resisting. They have a lack of control, or maybe you're challenged by a lack of control. You're challenged by somebody who is out of control. You're challenged by an arrogant, depressed, pessimistic, childish, careless, lightless, loveless individual. And they're out of control. They don't have any control. They're acting like they're in control. They're talking the talk, going through the motions, but they don't have control. Religion. Imagine that. They have a fear of sacrifice. So there is the devil reversed. So there's a restoring of control. There's the tower reversed. There is a collapse of this, whatever this religious person has going on regarding the light and the love within people and animals. And you've got the Queen of Cups here, who is a emotionally stable, intuitive, and caring person who's in service, who's coming into her rewards. Please do whatever you need to do with the genders for her hard work and diligence. Arcana. Queen of Cups is Arcana. And you've got this religious imbecile trying to market this person. He's trying to be a merchant. There is Three of Swords in the recent past. Grief, emotional pain over somebody else's generosity. Yeah. They've been cut off and divorced from this wholesome person. They're in grief and pain because she's generous. She's of service to others. She's sharing her reward. She's sharing her reward. That she earned. They couldn't steal it. And attention is being brought. Or maybe it's gathering attention. The fact that she's being so generous with this reward, with this Seven of Pentacles. She's being of service to the people and she's sharing it. She's a wholesome person. You've got this Five of Swords here, theft. They want to steal it. They're like, don't you dare share that with people. We want it, and they're wanting to steal it, and they're wanting to market it to somebody else. So you're taking your profit and you're giving it to the people. They want to take your profit and sell it to somebody else and then take a portion of that profit for themselves. As though they own you. This wise guy thinks he owns you. This wise guy thinks he owns you, and he's bringing conflict to your life, to your light, to your love. They're a bully. They're thieves. They're about abusive relationships. We've got the Queen of Wands here in the reverse. So we have a female here, perhaps, who is jealous of you. You're sharing your wealth with everybody else, and she's jealous because she wants it, and this wise guy wants to give it to her. So they're in the merchant business. They're playing around at being important or at appearing as though they're important. It's just play. It's a role. They're not important. They're jealous. They're insecure. Narrow-minded. Deceitful. And judgment is being called. Judgment is being called. on those who use darker practices to obtain ownership of somebody else's soul contract and light. There is the hope here is that once this judgment has been cast, there will be a new beginning, a return to innocence and faith, something that you can count on. There's a communication here. There could be some sort of a fight. And we've got the moon here, so there's illusion, fear, and anxiety. And there's no competition. There's no competition. Whatever these immature individuals are, they've got too much authority, too much power. They're in a position that they've got too much power. I don't know how they got in these positions, but they are going to be removed. This is my expectation. I believe that the Divine Masculine is going to reclaim their reputation and get rid of these people. They're going to put a stop to these people, these immature, ruthless, abusive people. We got congratulations on the bottom of the deck. There's a tribe of creators who are optimistic about peace, and there's a new promise made. So tell me about those who steal or otherwise gain agreement to this underhanded moving about of the God seed that is within humanity. Ego. Yeah, this person who persevered, they did some hard work, they came into some rewards. They're a person who is of service. They are not operating out of ego. You've got this religious person here. They're in the Hangman reverse. They don't know what to do. They're in a state of indecision. They're resisting. There's a fear of sacrifice. Imagine that. And the Sun reversed, so they're feeling down, they're pessimistic, they're feeling depressed. They're arrogant and careless, and there's a setback. There's some sort of a cloudy setback to whatever it is they got going on. Broken. You're not broken, you're not shattered. You're standing up and you're like, what? You're like, tell me that again. Exactly. What is your plan here? You got the Devil detached. You've gained your freedom and you're restoring control. You got the Tower here in the reverse. There's some suffering. Somebody wants to delay disaster because this Arcana, Queen of Cups, is here emotionally stable. Yeah, unexpected outcome. They didn't think you'd make it. They didn't think that you would stand up and say, this is happening. They didn't think that you would find your voice and that you would be able to come forth and say, this is what's happening to me. This is what I'm hearing. This is what I'm experiencing. This is what I know that is going on in this world. And you're reporting on it. And you're reporting on it. You're bringing it to light. Somebody is in a heartbreak. They've been divorced from this wholesome person or cut off. They've been cut off from this soul contract. They had a connection with a sunny person, and they tortured and tormented that person. They've been divorced from that soul contract. They can no longer stab swords into the heart of this person. This person is getting attention. They're very generous. There's no soul contract. They can't sell something they have no contract for. But they're trying to. They're bringing people in and they're trying to. They're going to commit fraud. They're going to probably, now mind you, this is in the spirit, okay? This wise guy is going to create fraudulent contractual documents and try to sell this vitality. They've got habits. They've been neglecting things. They're full of neglect. They've got habits. They're never going to change. This wise guy, the only thing, they're just a bully. They're a thief. And somehow they've been given authority. They're a mere reflection of you. They're a mere, they're in the shadow. Why are they buying and selling the light and the love on this planet within the bioforms of these bodies, these various bodies? Why are these shadow people in charge of that? We've got the Queen of Wands jealous. She's jealous. She's so jealous. She's playing at being important. And you're not broken. She needs your reward. Okay? You were supposed to break. But you didn't. She missed her opportunity of play acting an important role. I'm so important. I'm a Queen of Cups. Darling. Yes, darling. You're upside down. You're Julazia. You're insecure, narrow-minded. You can't freaking come into your reward if you had to rely on your own sense of perseverance and patience. You would never accrue it. Never. You've got judgment here on the Ouija board. No third wheel parties. No third wheel enemies in the new beginnings. That's the communication. You're going to be boxed in ears right on out of here. No third wheel enemies. Chaser. They're chasing after it. They're chasing after this light. They're chasing after this vitality that resides in. Yeah, this system is crumbling. The shadow that has been selling the light and vitality of this planet is crumbling. They're in fear and anxiety because there's no competition. They're not able to compete. You have awoken and you are aware of what they're doing and you're like, say what? What are you planning on doing? Secrets. Secrets. So the secrets are coming out. These people are being exposed. There's an understanding of what they've been doing. They're unworthy. They're unworthy of a divine union. And so they're getting detached because they're guilty. They're guilty of attacking inseparable unions. So they come in and they hijack these unions and then they separate them. So if you got two stars that are meant to be together, they come in and they sell one off so that they never come together and produce offspring. Their job is to make sure that the stars, those who have great vitality within themselves, never come together and produce offspring. That's these shadowy people's job. Their job is to make sure that you don't add more light to the world. They need to keep it low vibration. They need to keep you weak. They need to keep you insecure and in fear so that they can continue profiting off of your vitality. Now, mind you, I know that you can live a life of extreme suffering, and that just means that somebody else has siphoned all of the goodness out of your life. They bought it. They bought it. And so these ones they're selling soul contracts, but they don't have the soul contract. They've been divorced. So they're trying to sell something they don't possess. They've been cut off. They're trying to sell something they don't possess. They're going to get themselves in big trouble. They're already in big trouble. They're trying to get themselves out of trouble, and they're getting themselves deeper. So being of service. You're not operating out of ego. You're in a Seven of Pentacles energy. You have worked slow and steady, long-term view, hard work, and you have persevered diligently with this investment. You have gotten sustainable results, and you're coming into your reward. Yeah, you're coming into your great fortune, and now they want to try and buy and sell it or sell it, but they're not in possession of this soul contract. It doesn't belong to them. You're not broken. This religious person wasn't able to break you with whatever mental hogwash they roll around and snort in. They're afraid. They're out of control. They have a lack of control. And they're arrogant. And they're being set back. They have no light within them. You're not broken. This religious person or people were not able to break you and steal your vitality. Yeah. Uh-huh. Message of concern. This wealthy man is all up in his thoughts about this. You got the reward. He was supposed to take you out. You were supposed to be non-existent. You were supposed to be sold into some other contract, but he doesn't possess a contract with you. So he can't sell something he doesn't possess. Now he can try to forge something, but they have a lack of will. They're devil reversed. Their control is being restored. This is an unexpected outcome. There is a collapse of this marketing scenario that they got going on planet, off planet, however you want to look at that. You're Arcana, you're the Queen of Cups, you're intuitive, you're caring, and you know exactly what's going on here. Yeah. You're the privileged lady. You're Arcana, Queen of Cups. Privileged lady, caring, compassionate. Bringing an end to this. The day they came after you is the day they lost all their wish fulfillment. It looks like you're taking it all away. Wholesome lady. Wholesome lady. You're canceling the journey. You're like, you're not going on a journey. We're disconnected. You don't have this soul contract. She's taken this reward and she's gaining attention with it because she's being very generous. She's being very generous with this abundance. You've got this addict here. They got habits. They failed to give you what you needed. You struggled, you survived, and you overcame. And you came into your reward and you're sharing it with the people, and they're pissed off. They're supposed to be able to profit off of your suffering, but you survived. And here you are. The soul contract is done, yet they're still trying to sell your reward that you gained, that you're sharing with others. They're still trying to sell that to somebody as though they own it, as though they're in possession of it. But you broke out of the matrix, hun. You broke clean out of the matrix, and that contract is over. You've got your reward, and you're doing what you want to do, which is uplift your surroundings, help the people in your environment. Yeah, whoever this is, they're not the main female. Somebody's not the main female. They got habits. They've neglected you. They're a wise guy. This person that this wise guy is trying to pass off as you, he wants to sell your vitality and then stick it on her so she can pretend to be you. See, if they sell it, then they can keep a portion of it. Yeah, they don't have a marriage with you. There's no contract. They're trying to sell a contract that they don't have. They missed their opportunity. They're narrow-minded. They're playing at being important. It's just play. Horseplay. They're so freaking immature. the things that they think about, the only thing they think about is their freaking phallus and what hole they're going to stick it in next. It's just disgusting to me. And they think that they're in charge of the vitality that, okay. Judgment is being called. We got sudden wealth here. And we've got the Ouija board, and we've got third parties in the reverse. So third parties are getting flipped or whatever. They're no more. They're going out. Judgment is being called, and you can't just go around and have unprotected sex with whomever you want. Okay? That's sick and deranged. That's a mental issue, and it's completely inconsistent with anything relating to health standards, energetic and physical. It's disgusting. Oh wait, this was supposed to be down here. So this is sudden wealth, and it goes here. So they're horse playing around. They wanted to get sudden wealth, but they missed their opportunity. Judgment is being called on the Ouija board. The third wheel party situations are being reversed, and they're in despair. We've got new beginnings. There's an adventure. We got communication and chasers. Somebody doesn't want to chase anymore. A community. We've got fear and anxiety with the moon card here. Illusion. There's communication in the reverse, so you're not able to communicate, and there's secrets. Something hasn't been told. Not everything has been told yet. Main male. Main male's keeping secrets. Main male's not telling the whole story. Main male could be a master strategist that is like, you don't need to know everything right now. We've got occupation on the bottom of the deck. Message, gift, change. The courthouse is bringing a coffin to this mature woman. And the lovers, the high honor lovers, are coming together. The thief is facing imprisonment for the toil and labor they did, and they're concerned. This mature man is concerned about what's going on in the court system right now. This false person wants to be seen as innocent and get on this pathway, but they're expecting bad health for what they did in a family room in relation to this courtship. So tell us about those who have a business selling light and love, vitality out of humankind, and others, because I've seen the animals there too. I was on a Jin ship, and there was a little puppy, and it came out, and I was like, oh, but then he shocked it, and so, yeah. They love to do that to show you their power, their might, and why you should bow to them. We got sensitive nervous systems, and when we get an electrical shock, so these people who do those kinds of things, I just think it's bullshit. We got a scholar here. So you've gained great knowledge. Throughout whatever it is that you have survived and overcome and persevered through, you have gained great knowledge. It's a great fortune. You're not operating out of ego. You are of service to people. This religion wasn't able to break you. A wealthy man is all up in his thoughts about a message that he's received. He's in a lack of control. He's being set back. He's arrogant. He's a soldier. This is a war. Be careful who you're laying with right now. Be careful who you're allowing possession of your vitality. You're Arcana. You're a privileged lady. You're emotionally stable. You are high value. This devil is in the reverse. You are restoring control. They have a fear of change. They could be suffering right now because everything's collapsing. It's an unexpected outcome. Things didn't go the way they were expecting. Faithfulness. You're faithful. You're faithful. You're true blue. You're in service to the collective. You're sharing your reward for all the suffering that you went through. You're sharing it with people, and it's bringing attention. They want to get rid of you bad. They want to get rid of you bad, and they want to keep a portion for themselves and eliminate you from the playing field. You're bringing too much attention to yourself. This soul contract is over. They're trying to. So they're gonna try to plug in. They got to try to plug in. They got to try to get possession of this vitality somehow. Pleasure seekers, they're not able to they're not in a state of seeking pleasure. They're no longer able to pleasure seek. They are no longer connected to you, so they don't have your vitality to pay for this kind of stuff. They've been divorced. They've been cut off from this wholesome person. This wholesome person is in a Six of Pentacles, showering gifts into the world. Fairness is being enacted. The inheritance is being shared generously, this wealth. Somebody's not the main female. They're neglecting. They're very neglectful, and they have habits. Death. Because they've been cut off, they've been divorced from this soul contract. They're neglectful, they got habits, they're not the main female. Death. You're the privileged lady, you're a Queen of Cups, you're Arcana, you're faithful. They weren't able to pull it off. They were a mere reflection of you, and a bad one at that. But they lost the contract with your vitality, so they're not able to dress up in your essence anymore. They can't pull it off. They can't pretend to be you anymore because they got cut off from your vitality. This wise guy didn't gain a marriage with you, didn't gain another contract. They didn't gain another contract. And you're cheerful, sharing your wealth, and they're really upset. They're conflicted. And here you are, just happy, sharing your wealth. So they are jealous. They're very jealous. They're very narrow-minded. Queen of Wands reversed. They miss their opportunity. They like to play at being important, and they wanted this sudden wealth. They're all about abusive relationships. They're not about love and compassion and harmony and balance. They're not about sharing the wealth and being generous to your friends and your neighbors and your family. They're not about that. They need consolation. They're a thief. There could be a lord here who is innocent. Or maybe the Lord is here delivering sudden wealth to those who are innocent. And he can see who is a pretender and who is the real deal. Now, I believe that there is a king of that highest heavenly mountain. Now, whether his name is Jesus or not, I don't know, because he's never given me a name. So I hesitate to apply that story to him. But I do know he exists. The Lord exists. But I also know that there's a fraud who is pretending and wanting very badly to be this person. So the Lord is here delivering sudden wealth to those who are innocent. And you just happen to be one. You're an Arcana Queen of Cups, privileged lady who is seen as faithful. This other person pretends that they're important, and they're a thief, and now they're wanting to be consoled because they got busted. They're seen for what they are. They're a third party situation. They're in despair. They use the Ouija board and other dark practices to pull off some fraudulent illusion. There's a message here. They could be getting a message from the Ouija board. They're in despair. The Fool is here. Blind faith, trust in life, new beginnings, communication, chaser, and community. This community doesn't want to chase. They want to communicate. They have hope. This community that uses the Ouija board, and they don't want to do third party situations anymore. They're in despair. They want to communicate. They have hope. They're like, look, I don't want to chase anymore. Can we? This whole community of people that have been doing third party situations, they want this new beginning. So they're like, hey, they're sending the message, or maybe they're like, no, we won't do third party situations anymore. We won't F around with love. We won't hijack and sell the vitality anymore. But it's happening. I heard it all last night. I hate that when you're trying to sleep and you're listening to business transactions or attempted receival of some high offer. It's disgusting. There's a surprise. There's going to be a surprise. There's fear and illusion. Somebody's having premonitions. There's no competition here. These shadow people are trying to sell the vitality of the God seed that was planted by the Most High within humanity. They're trying to market it. And so we've got fear and anxiety. There's no competition here. They've got secrets. The main male is here. There's a servant who is a false person who needs to go see the doctor. They're in fear and anxiety. There's no communication. They're not able to communicate with this main male. Frivolity is on the bottom of the deck. So there's a good time for a young woman becoming a wife, coming into money. She's very consistent. So that's good. Frivolity, young woman. A good time. Wife, money. Consistency. You're consistent. You're not playing at a role. You're not being this person with this group of people on this day and then totally switching up your demeanor and being all, shy and meek on this day. You're not being a raging bull. Unless, granted, we all have that, right? Especially if you're an empress or an emperor. You've got fire. You've got cold, cutting off and setting boundaries within you. You've got that overflowing cup of love, and you've got stability within your own mind and within your own self. You've got all of that. So there could be a time when you are cutting people off coldly, where you are fiery and passionate, where you are all of these things. But it's consistent throughout time. If you look back into your childhood, you're going to see that these circumstances gained the same response from you as they do now. and by this I mean, like, for instance, like in my youth, my stepdad picked up his gun and threatened and pulled it on my dog and said he was going to shoot my effing dog. And I jumped between him and my dog, that gun and my dog, and I said, no, you won't. And it's these kinds of things, these kinds of behaviors that just trigger. It's like, and then it happens, and it just doesn't go away. This is consistent behavior. When you are faced with some injustice like that, you are consistently behaving the same way. You don't say, oh, it's okay if you do it this time, or, oh, it's very consistent. Your care, your compassion, your love for life is consistent. You're not just saying what some guy says so that you can gain favor and a potential bonus, right? So it doesn't look to me like the merchants of vitality are doing very well. It looks to me like they're desperate. They're desperate to get rid of the light that is on this planet because it is uncovering everything. Everything is being brought to the surface. These light beings who have this great fortune, who have persevered through suffering and who have come into their reward, they're being gifted this reward. The Lord is here giving sudden wealth to innocents. And these people are being generous and they're sharing this wealth with the community. And so these ones are really anxious to get rid of those who are sharing their wealth with the community. It's like, oh, crap. Yeah, I mean, the community's like, yeah, yay. And these thieves are like, no, get rid of it. Don't let them give it to the people, right? So the people need to say, piss on you, merchant. You're not taking my gift, right? So whether that gift be knowledge that's coming from somebody else or an actual great idea or a service, that service needs to be protected by those who are benefiting. And if they don't, then there is a risk that that service will be taken away from them. We got memory in the reverse. So whoever you are, you may not have a memory of why this is going on. You may not fully understand this scenario or the role that you play in it. You're not operating out of ego. We got death. Religion was not able to break you. They're a soldier. They're going to be experiencing death. They're getting a message of concern. This wealthy man is all up in their thoughts about it. They're arrogant. They're being set back. They have a lack of control. The devil is in reverse. So control is being restored. This is an unexpected outcome. There is a collapse. There is suffering and restlessness for this religious whatever. You are Arcana. You're a Queen of Cups. You're compassionate. You're comforting. And you're healing. You're faithful. And you're a privileged lady. And you've got a lot of good ideas. You got a lot of good ideas. This soul contract is over. They're trying to sell something that they don't possess. They don't possess a contract. They've been divorced, cut off. They're no longer able to seek pleasure off of the vitality of another. They're not able to go on the journey. You're wholesome. You're a wholesome person. And they are being stopped. Soul contract is divorced, stopped. They can no longer seek pleasure off of your vitality. You're not a commodity for the pleasure seekers in shadow. You're generous with your reward. You're getting some attention with that. Whoever this female is that's not the main female, there's death here. She's neglectful and she's got a lot of habits. Origin. They were not able to steal your family tree. They were not able to steal your path. They were not able to steal your vitality. They're not the original you. You're cheerful. This wise guy was not able to get a marriage with you. There's conflict and upheaval here. Winning at all costs. These thieves, these bullies, they're being sneaky. They're in the shadows. They're lurking around in the shadows. They're going through withdrawals. They're not able to tap into your light. They're going through withdrawals. So they're attempting to sell something that doesn't belong to them so that they can gain a portion of it. But it's fraudulent. They don't possess it. They're trying to sell somebody something that they don't have possession of. So they're committing fraud. They're a thief. Pirate. I'm a pirate. I'm not a thief. Okay, pirate. So you're a pirate. You missed your opportunity. You're jealous and you're insecure. You need consolation because you play at being important. The Lord is here delivering sudden wealth on those who are innocent. And you're relaxed. You're at ease. You know all this is going on. You know there are others who wish to benefit off of your vitality, off of your generosity, off of your services. Cook, clean, drive me here, drive me there, deliver my groceries, mop my floors, whatever. You're tranquil, you're at ease, you're innocent, you're at peace. Judgment is being called on those third wheel party situations that were using the Ouija boards, or maybe the Ouija boards are, or the divination tools are delivering the message that judgment is here on these third party situations. They're being flipped. They're in despair. You persevered. Or it could be that they're having a daydream. It could be that they're dreaming, they're thinking about having to persevere through something. So they can't tap into third-party situations. They can't have multiple partners and siphon gifts out of multiple partners anymore. They can't use third-party situations like that anymore. Judgment is being called. That's what they did to persevere. They have no substance within themselves. They can't rely on themselves. They have to have multiple partners with multiple gifts so that they can go siphon those gifts out of those partners. And they don't have protective sex, so they're spreading around STDs and just effing up the whole freaking relationship world, you know? And relationship isn't partnership. It's like a bunch of little horrors. And then they point at other people and say, you are that, when it's them running around being that. Gaslighting. They're professional gaslighters. Professional gaslighters. You've reached your goals. You've reached your goals. You've got this new beginning. The Fool is here. Innocence, spontaneous, trust in life, blind faith, adventure. These ones who are under judgment, they want to communicate with you because they have hope that they'll be able to, this community, they have hope that they'll be able to make amends with you and partake in your new beginning. They're surprised. They don't want to chase after this anymore. They've been chasing after you and bringing all kinds of drama to you, and they don't want to do that anymore. It's like, okay, that's great. But that doesn't mean I'm going to share my gifts with you that you tried to steal and annihilate me for. That doesn't mean that I'm going to give to you that which you have been selling like a freaking commodity. These shadowy, low-life individuals who are going through withdrawals because they've been cut off from your light and your vitality, they're still out there trying to sell it. Or maybe they were just trying to give me a nightmare to, I don't know, solidify the illusion of their superiority and authority. And I don't know, but the cards tell a different story, don't they? It tells me they're trying to sell something they don't have possession over. So it tells me that that was all an act to try to inflict fear or something. So, you know, don't feed into fear. They love telling you to be careful of what you say. because they're under fear and illusion. They're not able to communicate with you anymore. There's a bunch of secrets here, and they can't communicate with this main male. He's like, I'm not having it. You're a servant of falseness. You need to go see the doctor. You've got something wrong in your head, in your life. And this main male is coming into a mega project, some sort of real estate. It could be a secret. Like whoever his main female is, she may not be aware of it. Something's going on. There's a gift here. And you're okay. You got friends. And you're having sweet dreams. I tell you, man. Yeah, I am having sweet dreams. I am grateful for the guardian of my sleeping chamber. I am grateful for the guardians of our vitality. I am grateful that the Divine Masculine is here reclaiming their reputation. And I am grateful that the mere reflections who thought they had all authority are finding out otherwise. I am grateful that the squeaky wheel isn't in command. As a matter of fact, the squeaky wheel needs to be repaired, dismantled. Recreated. Alrighty then, so let's see, what do we got here? Okay, come on now. What do we got here? There's no denial. So you're not in denial. You're a scholar. You've come into rewards. You have learned a lot. They weren't able to destroy your love. They tried to destroy your love. They didn't. They wanted to flip your love. You may not have memory of why this is happening to you, but you've been working hard and you're coming into your rewards. Whoever's coming against you, they don't have any love. They're a religion. Religion doesn't have any love. Now, I'm not saying, religious people don't have any love. I'm saying whoever this person is doesn't have any love. They're a soldier. They weren't able to break you. There's death here. They're all up in their thoughts. This wealthy man, wealthy. It's false success because they gain that success off the merchanting the vitality of sacred beings, sacred divine beings. Honesty. They're not honest. They're a bunch of little liars. They're not honest. They have no love. There's death here. This is an unexpected outcome for them. Control is being restored. They are suffering. Everything is collapsing for them. You've got a lot of really good ideas. You're an Arcana, Queen of Cups, a privileged lady, and you are faithful. Yeah, they're envious of you. They're envious of you. They're a mere shadow of you, and they're envious of you. So they brought extreme adversity to your life, and still you rose. Still, you endured and persevered through extreme challenge and suffering. You did the shadow work for your traumas. You went in and you healed, and your heart is just like, whoa. And there you are, shining and faithful, open to love, generous to the people. You didn't become hateful. You are separated from that soul contract. Whoever this is trying to sell a contract in the ethers, they don't possess it. They're not in possession of it. They don't have it. They don't have anything to sell. They've been disconnected. They're divorced. If they have a contract, it's a false contract because It's, they don't have it. They've been cut off. So if they're talking about doing that, or if they're attempting to do that, it's fraudulent. They're not getting forgiveness. You're a wholesome person. They're not able to take your journey. They're not getting forgiveness, and they don't know what to do. They're being stopped from pleasure seeking off of your light, off of your love, off of your vitality. They're being cut off. They're divorced. They don't know what to do. You were their meal ticket. You were their wish come true, and they tried to destroy you. They tried to market you. They tried to treat you like you're a commodity. And they've treated many like a commodity. And it is my intention and expectation that all be undone. Our sisters and their children shall be retrieved and made whole. This garbage, these reflection, these shadowy characters who are in a position of power, they have knowledge. Yeah, they have knowledge. Yeah, they can use it to hurt people. They can't blame this person. They were not able to steal your vitality. They neglected you. They got bad habits. They're not the main female, or there's somebody here who's not the main female, and they're experiencing a death. You're wholesome. You're generous. You're getting attention. You're cheerful. This wise guy was not able to gain a contract with you. There was no contract. They're a bully, a thief, wanting to win at all costs. They're going through withdrawals. I think they're trying to forge a contract. Imagination. They're operating out of illusion. And they're trying to spin an illusion for all of these people that they're pulling in. They're casting an illusion for anybody who wishes to do business with them. They're casting an illusion. They're going through withdrawals. They need somebody to buy this, to steal this, to kidnap it, to market it. This thief. They need consolation. They like to play at being important. They're narrow-minded and jealous. They miss their opportunity. Death. Death. The Lord is here delivering sudden wealth for those who are innocent, and you are relaxed, you are tranquil, you're at peace. There's judgment being called on these third-party situations using the Ouija board. They're in despair. They were daydreaming. Or they're under an illusion. Maybe they're optimistic about persevering through this challenge. No third-party situations are allowed. Judgment is being called. They didn't think you were going to persevere. They didn't think that you were going to be able to persevere. And not only persevere, but you expanded. So they're shoving swords in your heart. And you're like, oh. But then you're like, what do you do when you get a wound or a sliver? When you get a sliver, what happens? Right? Everything starts surrounding that sliver. And then you get inflammation. And then it pushes that sliver up out of there, right? Eventually, it kind of just pushes it up out of there. So I don't know where I was going with that. It is what it is. Judgment. Judgment out here twice in the environment. On third-party situations, it's in the reverse. And the Ouija board. There's a messenger here coming through the Ouija board. We've got discipline here. Discipline. They're going to have to learn how to accomplish whatever they set their minds to. They're in despair because they're going to have to persevere through what you persevered through. They're under judgment. They're going to have to persevere through the challenges that they forced upon you. They're going to have to develop their own inner light that they've been marketing by bringing you suffering and forcing you to, and driving you to succeed so that they could siphon your reward. Excuse me. You're the fool. New beginnings. Trust in life. Blind faith. Spontaneous. Abundant. You're a limitless being. You can accomplish whatever you set your mind to. When you are crushed, when you are shattered, when you are on the ground, being dragged around, getting road burn and stuff, you pick yourself up and you heal. And you continue on going. You expand around. Oh, that's what I was doing. That's what it was. You expand around your pain. Like the sliver. You expand around your pain and you encompass it. And then you like, and you just kind of deal with it. But you have to expand. Sometimes the pain that they put on us is so big. We drowned in it. We drowned in it. And we may even be convinced that we'll never be able to get up out of it. Every time. But that delay is the true Lord, the Most High, building endurance and resilience in you. Pushing you to the edge and allowing you to discover within yourself that resilience, that perseverance, that seed. It expands and it grows and it elevates. So whoever is here, you've got somebody, they want to communicate, they have hope, they don't want to chase any around this community. This is a surprise. You reached your goals. You're a limitless being. You're coming into this new beginning. They want to take part in it, but they don't have any empathy for you. They don't care about you. They only care about themselves. They're under judgment twice. They're not grateful for anything. They have to go see the doctor. They're a servant of falseness. They're in fear and anxiety. They can't compete anymore with this main male. This main male could have some secrets, like he's the master strategist, so he's got secrets, obviously, about this mega project, about this real estate, and the real estate could be the world, right? And the new management. And I really feel last night that, all of those squeaky wheels that we're talking about buying and selling, the fact is they don't have anything to buy and sell anymore. They don't have anything to buy and sell anymore. They've been stopped. They've been stopped gaining pleasure off of your suffering. They don't know what to do. They're not being forgiven for what they did to these wholesome people. They're not being forgiven. There's a change. They're full of pride. And they're in grief because you're helping others. You're a being of service and you're helping others. You're sharing your wealth. You know, you have abundant patience and you know that everything happens in divine order. You're a courageous person and you're peaceful. You're happy. Even during adversity, you stay focused on your freedom. And you accept the things you cannot change. You just manage it. It's like, boom, yeah, that's happening. Okay. Well, we're in an hour. So this is a rather long video. I'll see you on the next one, everybody. Bye.